Okay. So I'm going to make. Okay. Now this is probably, I've seen some similar things on YouTube that people are doing. I forget, they have a name for it. It's a chromatic exercise. Now, I really prefer teaching in person because there's some little subtle things that you really just can't get via the video, whether you're the teacher or student. So the basic exercise, it's a chromatic thing. Okay, so you have one finger per fret, and it's going to go like this. Now I went back down there, but what you really won't notice, well, there's a few things. So let me just start with the principles of this exercise. Now, what you're wanting to do is you want to get your fingers accustomed to this 4-fret spread, one finger per fret. And of course, as with other guitar stuff, you always want to aim as close to the fret as possible without getting on top of it. Okay. Now, as you play notes ascending, okay, you're going to put this first finger down on the first fret. All right, and this is going to be a downstroke. Then you're going to do the second finger on the second fret. Now and notice you leave this finger down. You leave them down, and then you do the third string. Same thing. You leave them down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now that pattern, you do it across all the strings. So it's 1, 2, 3, and you want to emphasize the 1. Da da. You want to make it pop a little bit. Da 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 da. So. Okay, now that pattern across all the strings, you've got the 1 is on the first fret. Okay. Now when I get to that last string, I'm going to go back down. But we're going to watch what happens. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's a couple things here. So you start your 1 becomes your third finger. So as you go up, your 1 is on the first finger, and that's one type of pattern. This needs to get like kind of like riding a bike or any other manual thing. You do it enough until you don't have to think about it, and over time, it will really help all of your other playing and stuff too. So so there'll actually be 4 different patterns as you follow this. Now, before I get too far, on the descending side, so the 1 is on the 3. Okay, so that's 1, 2. Now, as I went up, I left all my fingers down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we go down. 1 is going to be on the third finger. Okay, and you put the fingers down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, when I hit that 4 on the fourth finger, all 4 fingers go down. And it's all about economy of movement because you don't want to have to place them down as you go. That way, you're not trying to find the fret. They're already on the fret. All you have to do is lift 1 finger at a time. So as we go down, so now the 1 is on the third finger, remember, so we're going down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I slid up there at the end. That's an upstroke, okay? And then the next is going to be a downstroke. So I just slid up 3, 4, and the 1 is going to be on the second finger. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. The same thing going down. The 1 is on the second finger. So you slide up, and then you got the 3 and the 4 on your 1 and 2, and then your third finger becomes the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, this is it's completely different feel to playing 2 notes on this string, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 notes on this string, versus playing 4 notes in a row every time. You know, that's only one pattern. Okay, so we're on the 3rd finger. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're on the 3rd finger. I gotta find my place again. A lot of times I have to start over because I get especially so. Now there's different ways to do this, but we're doing strict down up alternate picking. So and like I say, you want to emphasize that one. Endless variation. You can if you want to, you can work on starting on an upstroke and do it that way. And for some things, it's really good to start lines with an upstroke. Okay, so we're on the 3rd finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1. And then after I slid up, did the line, and I end with a 1 is on the little finger. So this is the 4th pattern. There's actually 4 different patterns within the 1, 2, 3, first 4 frets. So we're going to be on the 1 is going to be on the little finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now so here the last of the 4 is an upstroke. We're going to slide, and it's a downstroke, and then so 1 is back on the 1st finger. Okay, so as you go up the neck, and I try to do this up to at least the 12th fret, and keep going, and then so let's just pretend I'm on the actually the 13th fret probably better because it should match up. So you're back on the one I forget, but at any rate, so we've just done the highest one we're going to do. So you see the difference. You're sliding down, and you just keep doing the same thing. Go down 1 fret each time. You go through 4 different patterns. This is not an easy exercise. It's something that you got to work at it every day, and keep until it starts becoming natural to you. So, all right, that's called Mark's chromatic exercise. Nobody exactly taught it to me. Kind of, sort of, but I just started playing around with the. Keeping it going, because if you try to if you do it like a well I messed up, so and then start over, so you're doing the same thing on every string, every position that way. This other way will help you. I'm just going to hit a couple of things real quick. Again, I mean, there's a lot of different things to this, and primarily you're kind of like learning the home keys when you're learning how to type. So you get your fingers accustomed to falling within those 4 frets, and then as you start learning scales, and you can change up the patterns. And that's one exercise that I do a lot. So you can do 2 notes. I like doing hammer-ons to build up strength. So this is not like the other one. So, but this is simply for finger strength and to work on your different. So you can do the 2 notes. Okay. So that's the 1 and 2 finger. You can do the same thing with the 2 and 3. Okay, so you got 1 and 2, you got 2 and 3, you got 3 and 4. Okay, and then you got 1 and 3, you got 2 and 4, you got 1 and 4, and that's all sticking to the 4 fret limit, right? And then you want to start adding stuff like the spread of whole steps, for instance, and that's so. And pretty much by combining those patterns, all of your 4-fret patterns, we get different combinations of 2 fingers, and then of course you could do your different combinations of 3 fingers, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4. Okay, and then like say if you're going to spread and do the 3 notes per string. And then by combining those patterns, you can make all of your scales. You can learn, like everybody knows like the A pentatonic, for instance. Okay, now but you do the full A minor scale, which is the same as the C major scale. Sorry, I left one out. I don't usually do that in that pattern very much. Okay, yeah, I'm messing up. All right, because I usually do it with the spread, so that way you get 3 notes per string, and then you do this. Okay, and then. And you can start doing those triplet kind of things. And the other thing is you don't just learn it in that position. You learn it all over the neck. So and then as you work with other scales, you'll know where you're. Okay. I like this one because it's symmetrical. You got 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4. Two on each string, and then you got the spread with the whole. So, all right, I think that's going to be enough for now. I tend to wander down rabbit holes. So I just want to throw a few things out there. And one very important thing, like I said, I do leave that little orange squeezer on because it's not really that big of a deal. But when you're practicing, play clean at a low volume, and it also helps to like crank the treble up because you don't want to hide behind the distortion and delay and reverb and stuff. So that, in my opinion, so that forces you to play clean. All right. Okay, y'all, I'm off for now. Have a good evening. Oh, one more thing. My name is Mark Coward. It's my last name. So, Mark Coward, and take it easy. Bye-bye.